Invocation. We have Pastor Stanley Kelly here from the Fellowship Baptist Church. So Pastor Kelly is going to come up, and then after him we've got two Boy Scout troops here that we're going to call and recognize. Pastor, if everyone would please stand. Thank you for doing this, sir.
Thank you. Let's pray. Our Father, we come before you this evening in prayer, and we would like to gather together to acknowledge you as not only the giver of our life, but the sustainer of our lives. God, every need that we have provided for us throughout our days here upon this earth, we know that every good and perfect gift comes down from the Father of light, in whom there is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. So God, we thank you for our lives and for their sustainment, for every provision that you give to us. And this evening we also acknowledge you not only as the giver and sustainer of our life, but also our Redeemer. This evening we understand, as the Scriptures put forth very plainly, that there is no other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So God, we know today that salvation is ours, all because you gave your life for us on the cross of Calvary, and we thank you for that. We also come before you this evening to pray and humbly ask for your wisdom and discretion to be given. Would you intervene in our lives, and for our mayor and these councilmen that make so many vital decisions for our community? God, would you give them the wisdom of God in their life as they make some very important decisions for us? And God, would you help us as a community of citizens to get behind them and support them? God, bless our time together this evening, most importantly for your glory's sake. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pastor Kelly. So we have Troop 3 and Troop 581 both here tonight with us in our audience. Y'all going to come up, if you would, just come right through here, and you're going to help us with the Pledge of Allegiance. Is that cool? You're going to help lead us? The whole troop. Come on, guys, all of you. We ain't got all day. Let's go. How are y'all tonight? All right, we're doing. So you're going to face the flag in just a minute, okay? Come on up. Is that everybody? We got a
Scoutmaster.
So just come on, fill in this front right here. Come on up, guys. Come on. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. What else you do when you do the
Hey, Mary.
we salute?
Got some more.
Hey, Jennifer.
Okay, good.
Come on up, young man. Come on.
You come right up here.
You ready? All right, we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. You ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good salute. That's cute.
What? Oh, you didn't get it? Oh, well, we'll get it later. That's okay. Good try.
Good thought.
All right. Next we have roll call.
Mayor Allen.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ham.
Here.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Broadway.
Here.
Councilmember Foster.
Present.
Councilmember Stevens and Councilmember Raycock, as you can see, aren't with us tonight. Next, we have the approvals of the minutes for the work session regular meeting December 4th, 2017 for approval.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same. Motion carries. Okay, so next we have presentations. And Miss proper name would be Ravonda Jacobs, but we all know her as Miss Pinky. Miss Pinky called me about a week ago and had what I thought was a great idea. She wants to paint I'm going to call it a mural, I hope I get it right, on a bridge. And it really sounded like a neat thing, and she's researched it some. So I asked her, instead of just telling me, to come do a presentation to the council, let all the council see it, as well as let the public see it, because I think the public will like it and buy into it as well. So with that, Pinky, will you come up and tell us what you're thinking? How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good.
How's everybody doing? And thanks for letting me come back. As I said, it was only my last time. You see how God works? Because the state called me that Thursday, so I was like, dang, I gotta go talk to y'all again. So I'm glad to be here. Thankful and grateful. This is most of all for the city. This mural, the city of Goldsboro is the people. So we're talking to you most of all. And I'm gonna have to put on my daughter's glasses so I can see. And How do I click the thing? Okay. The Goldsboro Community Mural is a village and community collaboration. Who is the village? So everyone knows the village mission is to build an indestructible force of positive change in our community. Our mission is for people to let go of their namesakes and act as a village does as one body. As one body, we plan to rebuild our community's economic, cultural, educational standards. We strive to better enhance our communities for the generations to come. So pretty much what we're saying is we are a nonprofit, but we're not labeled as a 501c3 because we want the credit to come from your heart. So this is all a heart situation. The purpose of the mural. Our goal is to orchestrate a mural that not only represents the community unity, but also establishes a foundation of unity in the community. We aim to use the mural production process to actually start bridging the gap between people within our community. We will be using the mural collaborations as opportunities to establish lasting personal connections through experience. Establish a community unity. Each preparation and painting session will be hosted as a community event to help develop community relationships. So what is a mural? A mural is a piece of artwork painted or applied directly to a wall or a ceiling to bring about change in people's hearts. For centuries, murals have been used to paint pictures of society, to create inspiration from stories, to change the values of people. Historical murals include works of art as extensive as the Sistine Chapel and the ancient cave drawings. So as you know, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Whether you know what language, if you see a picture, it's a universal language. So we want to speak to people's hearts at this time. Murals are obviously an excellent option to speak to people's hearts when adding character to a space. That bridge, honestly, growing up, I lived in North End my whole life. Going through the bridge was going into town. And that bridge had graffiti, it had all types of stuff. They cleaned it up several times. It's always gotten graffiti back on it. When I was 5, I made a declaration to my father that I was going to paint that bridge. I was going to paint it rainbow like the Care Bears because that was my show. Actually, I couldn't watch the show, but I could read the books in school. So I understood that from our heart, the Care Bears stared out and they changed the world around them. So at 5, I understood that I could change the world around me just by simply painting something beautiful, by creating, because our Lord is the creator. And what you create leaves a presence, an essence of God in everything you create, and it changes people and their environments. So with the bridge currently having a graffiti problem, the consensus is that once you put beautiful things up, people don't want to destroy them. Because that's all they wanted was something beautiful to begin with and didn't know how to find it. So here's some examples of a mural from New York. Here's a mural from Charlotte. Here's one from Detroit. This is actually a current mural that we have on the back of my building. I own a hair salon because I'm a creator. So every day I get to help women see themselves in a different way. I get to help them see themselves beautiful. So the village is not just a nonprofit, it's all of us. The village of humanity. If you look, we are the Kepulon village, and a Kepulon means the beginning village of humanity. So the village, we want change, not dollars. That's why we're not a 501c3. I don't want people to help us because you get a tax write-off. I want you to help us because you get that back in heaven. So if your heart is not in a place to truly understand living the living word of God and giving your heart to people and not looking for anything in return but the blessings and the wealth of heaven, I don't think we want you a part of the situation. This is another mural that's on the side of our building, which says, "Be the change you want to see in the world." One of our wonderful artists, Mr. Yusef Evans, painted this for us, and we've had it on our building for almost 10 years now. We have had people from New York, Detroit, Maryland come down just to take pictures. Every day, my daughter's like, people are at that shop. They just want to take a picture with the mural because it's something beautiful and it speaks to them and it inspires them. So a lot of times we keep doing the same thing, looking for a different solution. I think maybe we should try something different and speak to people's hearts in a different way. The words, the power of right words. We all need a little inspiration now and then. Inspirational words incorporated in the mural will flood the area with powerful words of wisdom. The scriptures make it clear, words have power. By the words, the world was framed. So what word are we creating in our city? What words are we going to put up to frame the world that we are creating in this new environment we want for Goldsboro? The power of life and death is in the tongue. So what are we all speaking and saying to each other about our city, about the people in our city? Because remember, we keep saying the city, but the city is us. When you read that charter, the charter says they're representing a population, and we are the population. We are the city. It's not something separate from you. So, in understanding that, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So as we change our words and we understand that we are not separate from God, and we become that through inspiring words, growing, encouragement, hope, truth, self-control, things that remind us of who we truly are daily. Some of the words we want to use on the mural are building our communities with love, truth, and unity, cooperation, not competition, because there's an abundance of everything on this planet. And so if we understand that God provides everything, the manna fell from heaven every day, if we just wait for it and not be greedy, it works. Goldsboro working together for the greater good of Goldsboro. There's no good or bad, only purpose. There's things that might have happened that seemed like they were bad, but they were really for a purpose to bring the greater good of Goldsboro about. Integrity, intelligence, and individualism. We need everyone to be exactly who they are individually, because you are a piece of God represented. And when you are not who you are, you stop somebody else from being who they're supposed to be. We need you to be you so that we can see that other piece of God that we're looking for. Determination, dedication, and discipline. Create your reality with love. If everything we experience, we do it through a loving space. Even if someone hurts you, understand that if you give them back love, they can't give you anything back but love. And we need your peace. We need everyone to have a peace of mind. Our city is never going to be better when there's still people who have inner turmoil. When everyone has a piece of peace, then we are a better city. Why this location? It's in a close proximity to the underpass. It's something very special in my heart that I feel like God has continuously kept reminding me about. And we feel this is a wonderful way to greet and show our beautiful community to those passing. We understand it's a small section of our city, but it greets a lot of people who are just passing through for work or leisure. And it leads right into downtown. Being able to have a symbol of unity and love to pass daily would help change our frequent negative attitudes and misperceptions of each other. So this is a view of the bridge on George Street. So we also want this bridge to symbolize bridging the gap of our broken communities. So since we know in the word is thought, word, and deed, we are doing something physically symbolic of bridging the gaps of our communities. Our idea is to have puzzle pieces. This is the bridge now with the graffiti and stuff that we've actually tried to scrub off with our hands. But this is a small design of something of what we would do. The puzzle pieces would be because we want everybody in the community to come put a piece in. We want everybody to show up. We're going to have professional artists. Our Village Community Arts Council are going to do outlines. And then we want everybody, if you're a group, we want officers, we want the mayor, we want everybody to come and put your piece in there. So then this is something we all worked on together. Now, the wonderful thing about this bridge is we don't have to shut down traffic to paint, because you see there's plenty of sidewalk. And we also happen to be lucky enough to own some property close by. So what we would like to do is, while we are out painting, actually make it a festival. And let's do Friday nights where we have community speaks. We'll build a stage together and everybody can come out and speak. Saturdays we'll have creative days and people will come out and we'll help beautify the neighborhood while we're doing the bridge. So some of the young boys come out and, paint the sidewalks for the older ladies, put a street sign up there, fix their mailboxes, let's fix some porches in this community and show the older people that we can do something. My personal term is, I call it a hoedown, bringing heaven on earth. You bring heaven on earth wherever you go. You go bring somebody some sunshine, hang up some wind chimes, plant some flowers in the yard. You don't have to know them. You don't have to have nothing to do. Pull the old stuff out your shed and let's just go through the neighborhood near this bridge while we're painting and help clean up and make it beautiful. When there's beautiful things, people feel different, they act different. And it shows your sacrifice, because no one's going to put your name on something because you did it. Nobody's going to know but you and God and the people that thank you every day. So each puzzle piece will represent each of us in the community coming together to build the whole of the greater good of Goldsboro. On the other side of the bridge is a wall. We would actually like to put trees down this wall. We would like to call this our tree of life, our family tree. We plan to have handprints. Our artists will draw the base of the tree, and then we will actually like each and every individual person that could come and put your handprints on this tree to connect all of us. And after we finish this mural, and there's about 16 trees we can get, so we're looking at about 1,000 people per tree. So we can get 6,000 people to come, and this is what can you give? My thought was, Ms. Pittman taught me in the first grade, President Kennedy quote, "Ask not what your country may do for you, but what you may do for your country." That changed my whole concept of how I related to my community, how I related to what I was learning in school and why. So we will build our family tree of humanity with open and willing hands to give. So this tree will represent us saying, this is what I'm giving, because when you got an open hand, you're giving back. So when everyone comes and put their hands on that wall, white people, black people, Asian people, old people, young people, we're showing that we are a part of one thing, humanity, Goldsboro. And that's all that matters. And that's all that should matter. What can you do to help? Every community organization wishing to participate can show their support by adding a piece to the puzzle. We will also have a host of events surrounding the mural painting. We will be putting daily posts up on our village Facebook page. Most of all, we need every resident to begin to feel love, compassion, and understanding for one another, and to speak positive about all things concerning our city and our mission towards unity and truth. We'll be holding weekly meetings Sunday at 5 o'clock at the shop for anybody who wants to participate. Now, what we're doing leading up to it, we have Saturday Academy. The Saturday Academy is a training program where they can start coming on Saturdays to help us build flower pots, make tree houses, learn how to make wreaths, start learning how to paint. They'll do a practice mural on the other side of my shop. So we're going to start building the relationships. If you have something you want to teach, if you can sew, if you can crochet, we'll go pick up the children from across the way, teach them how to do something. So then as we do this project, we can give. It means a lot to a child when they learn something from you. The older lady down the street from me taught me how to do hair. I'm a hairdresser. Changed my life. Just because she took the time to tell me something. While I was helping her at the same time because she was too old to roll her hair anymore. So when we let go of our namesakes, our pride, we can do a whole lot. So who will be responsible? The village. We are the village. The village is comprised of community people who have and have had an invested interest in uplifting and maintaining this community for the legacy of freedom, truth, and love. We have enclosed a contract signed by the members of the village. This contract states that we will be responsible and willing to take on the sake and the cause to free humanity from negativity. We will be a vessel in which heaven on earth may be perceived in the hearts and minds of those in our community. And anybody else who is doing that, you're already a part of the village. There's no membership form because the village is the village of humanity, the village of God. So we're just asking for this mural. If you would like to come out, if you just want to speak, if you want to hold church on Sunday for us, that would be awesome. We plan on doing multicultural things, having, the Hispanics out there one day, having Asian culture one day. We need to learn about each other to respect and have compassion for each other. If I simply knew the guy up the street, when something happened in that neighborhood, I might not perceive it as always something bad. I might perceive it like, oh, my friend stays there. So let's just go have a beer. Like, you can do that. Y'all could just show up, no suits. Let's just sit down, have a beer, be regular people, just talk to people. It would maybe change how you make decisions when you get to know people. So we just want to come out and use all our ideas and all our hearts and build something beautiful that we can ride by 30, 50, 100 years from now and say, hey, my hand's on the wall. Look what we did. That's so powerful. And it brings a sense of pride in your community when everybody can look and have something that they know they all worked on together. So.
All right, great presentation. Let's be sure that everybody knows where the bridge is. It's the bridge on, I'll call it George Street extension where it hits A Street going, and George Street keeps on going to 117.
Yes, sir.
So if anybody looking might not 100%, I don't think I did a good job of saying where it was.
Yeah.
The second question is, I think you told me you had already talked to DOT about doing this, and
Yeah.
did you tell me you had permission?
Yes, the state has approved it. All we're waiting for is you guys to just say it's okay.
You're waiting on us to say it's okay? Well, if the state's approved it, we don't need to say it's okay.
Yeah, well, they want to ask
But
questions.
we want to support you, and we definitely will.
Right.
I can tell you, just looking at it, it's okay.
Yeah.
And we'll
Yeah.
help you in any way we can.
Right.
So do we-
Absolutely.
I just want to recognize
Do we need to make a
our
motion?
Community Arts Council and Mr. Youssef can stand up
But you can.
right here. He's
It's
the
not
guy
gonna hurt
that-
anything.
I mean, just say, just to be okay to have it on this.
Absolutely.
Just so you know, like, $20 charge me anything. So just so you see, it's from the heart. These men are working all day and still came out, found time to paint a mural, talk to children. It's powerful. And that mural has meant so much. There's so many days I have been down and the children and people ride by and that mural has meant a lot. So I thank you all for your heart and what they've done, and I wanted to make sure they were recognized because they helped bring my heart to life.
Now, so,
We're gonna make a,
yeah, just one more clarification. Is it February 18th that you're starting, or is that just?
February 18th is the starting of our Saturday Academies to Build Things. We actually plan to start Memorial Weekend.
Memorial Weekend?
Yes, sir. We're going to make it a summer event because we think it'll help, especially with the violence that always starts in the summertime. So if we start Memorial Weekend, and we will have the block parties and the community events every other weekend until Labor Day. So it'll take up our whole summer, and it's something we can all work on. Give us plenty of time to know each other, get mad with each other, come back, and come be all full circle. So that's the plan. So please, ideas are welcome. If you're a vendor, if you cook, anything, we just want to connect at this time. And we got plenty of time to do it, plenty of time for people to come speak, anybody. So I gave you a packet. If not, I will. There's contact information to call us, and we'll give you some too.
A great presentation. We appreciate what you do, and we appreciate all you back there that are supporting her, because I know it takes a lot of support to get anything done. And Councilmember Foster, I think you wanted to make a motion?
yes, I'm just gonna make a motion to approve the mural for George Street.
Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. All right, you got that? Thank you. Thank y'all. Good job. Well, that's pretty uplifting. So after that, we're going to move to public hearings, and we have none. So we're going to remain being uplifted. Next, we've got our public comment period. Anybody from the audience that would like to speak for up to 3 minutes, now would be the time. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to speak? Yes, sir. I'll get you next, ma'am. I'll get you next. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'd just like to say, if I was a member of this council, I would find a place to put that woman on payroll of the city of Goldsboro.
Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I second that.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Peggy Howell, and I am a member of the Arts Council of Wayne County, and I'm also a mentor at Goldsboro High School with our students there. But I'm here this evening on behalf of the Arts Council, and it's simply to invite the city of Goldsboro to our upcoming African American Month celebration. And what we've done this year is to pull together an exhibit, of course, celebrating African American history, and it's going to be at the Wayne County Arts Council here in Goldsboro. It starts on February 19th at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. We're going to kick it off to open the exhibit. And then on the 23rd of February, that same week, we will be having, I'm sure you all are familiar with the Jazz on John Street. Well, as part of this African American History celebration, we are bringing one of our own back to Goldsboro, Rochelle Rice, who is a jazz artist in D.C. That's where she lives, but she's going to come back to do the African American History celebration. Her mom is sitting in the audience, Barbara Rice. So we're excited about that. That concert is free.
Do you have a time?
Yeah, it starts at 7 o'clock. It is a free concert. Then on the 24th of February, we are going to present a full Kwanzaa celebration, complete with all the festivities, the costuming, and food and everything. So we're just asking you as a city to please come out and support this. This is an effort of your Arts Council of Wayne County, because we have to understand that the monies that we use to do these projects, they come from the state of North Carolina. So we want to support all these activities to show them that we use that money wisely. This is a community project, and so we are inviting the entire community to come out and support us on the 19th of February, the 23rd of February, and the 24th of February. I have a few flyers here. If you all want to pick up one to put on your refrigerator as a reminder, that's a different one. Rochelle is on that one, but this is a different one. So I'm sending
a few with Melissa. Then
okay,
she'll
I'll give these to her, and maybe some people in the audience, maybe you want to take one to church. I've got a few extra, so you all need 8 for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna say thank you all for allowing me to come and listening to me. And I expect to see everybody on the 19th at our fair.
Thank you.
Well,
Okay, I'm taking a photograph right now.
well, and I do want to say we appreciate what the Arts Council means not only to downtown, but to Goldsboro and to Wayne County. There's a lot of really good stuff comes out of the Arts Council, and I'm sure that we'll see the Arts Council out here when we go to painting the bridge, won't we, Pinky?
Absolutely.
Get that training.
I will be there.
There you, thank you, Miss Peggy. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
And that was February 19th for the audience, for anybody on TV. February 19th, February 23rd, and February 24th were the 3 dates that they're having events at the Arts Council. Anybody else like to speak from the audience? Anybody else? All right, we're going to close the public comment period, and we'll move to the consent agenda.
Mayor and council, you discussed your consent agenda earlier. You removed item E, the contract for Union Station roof replacement, but you have C, D, F through J on your consent agenda.
I make a motion that we approve items C through J, removing item E.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Mayor Allen.
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem Hale.
Yes.
Councilmember Williams.
Yes.
Councilmember Broadway.
Yes.
Councilmember Foster.
Yes.
The consent agenda is approved. Items requiring individual actions, we have none. We'll move to the city manager's report.
Mayor and council, no report this evening.
City attorney's report.
No report this evening.
Mayor and councilmember reports. Councilmember Foster, we'll start with you this time.
No comment.
Councilmember Ham.
Done.
I just want everyone to remember it's Black History Month. I'm glad that there's a lot of city groups that are involved with it this year. It's very important to learn our history. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have just one, and that's our Wings Over Wayne Air Show. Won a state and national award, and I think that's just indicative of cooperation between the base and the community and everybody, and something to be very proud of. That's all, sir.
Well, following up on Councilmember Williams, I do also want to remind everybody Black History Month has started, and I know every day I've tried to read something. We're posting stuff every day, and I've actually, not surprisingly, have learned a lot of stuff I had no idea. So it really is amazing once you take a few minutes to read what you do and can learn. The second thing is on November 15th at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Goldsboro Event Center, we're having our Human Relations Banquet. I encourage everyone to come. It's just, we got 3 speakers. They're all clergy, interfaith, different type of religions, and I think they're each going to talk about 5 minutes, but I think it's just really a time for the community to come together, sit down with somebody you don't know, have breakfast with somebody you don't know, and it'd be really great to have a really good turnout. So I encourage all our citizens that want to come to what do we have to do? Should we go register? Don't let me get in trouble here. How to the Human Relations Breakfast? They come through Community Affairs to get a ticket.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's how much?
$8 interfaith breakfast.
All right, good. I'm much more informed now. So this is a partnership with Seymour Johnson and Wayne County. We've got the flyer here, and I don't know if our TV goes in on that, but there's the 3 speakers. And just encourage everybody to come. We've had it for many years in the past. It's just a really, really good time for people to come together and meet somebody new. With that, I don't think we have anything else, so we stand adjourned, and thank you everybody for coming. I hope you have a great week.